Every 12 years, timed by the ancient Hindu calendar, the largest congregation of human beings on earth comes together in North India for the oldest religious gathering known to humankind. Over 3 months, an immense human tide brings 150 million Hindu pilgrims together for one common purpose. They've come to take a holy dip, to worship God by bathing in the river they call the Ganga, India's most sacred, the Mother Ganges. Ignoring past tragedies, when hundreds have been crushed in the crowds, the faithful still come. For Hindus, a dip in the Ganges is an act of purification and redemption, seeking final release of the soul from the cycle of birth and death. It is known as the Mahakumbh Mela.
So this Kumbh Mela is a celebration of oneness, an invitation for all humanity. Come and be with us.
I hope I don't get sick.
There's got to be something more to it than just, a simple bath.
We follow 3 Australian families who've put their lives on hold to make a pilgrimage to the Kumbh Mela.
The most challenging part would be the crowd, definitely.
The Mishra family from inner city Sydney has come to the Mela for the first time.
It's going to be exciting. It's going to be like an adventure.
Builder Andrew Turner uprooted his life in rural New South Wales to fulfil a long-held dream.
We wanted to come and do something in India and be able to give back. We didn't want to just come and be tourists, maybe change someone's life.
Pushpa Chowdhury emigrated to Australia 22 years ago. She's brought her Australian-born children back to India to visit relatives and to take the holy dip.
I'm just as Australian as anyone else, but then at the same time, there's these cultural roots that you can't ignore, like they're there, and to come here and experience that, it's something I couldn't ignore.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Oi, oi, oi!
Takes place in Allahabad in North India, at the confluence of 2 great rivers, the Yamuna and the Ganges. On any one day during the festival, the local population, normally 1.7 million, can swell to over 30 million. An influx of more than the entire population of Australia. It's a pilgrimage most Hindus aspire to make at least once in their lifetime.
Yeah. Look at this. Beautiful.
Pushpa grew up here in Allahabad. Most of her family still live here.
I think I can feel it.
She left her husband at home in Sydney to run the family news agency. It's 8 years since she's been able to come back to visit her brothers.
It means a lot to my mum to have everyone here, her brothers and obviously me and Shipra. So it just means that she can, share those memories again and create new ones as well with us.
This is the Samadhi of Hania Baba.
Okay.
Growing up in Australia, Samir and Shipra were raised as practicing Hindus.
We've been hearing stories ever since we were young about the Mela and, you know, taking a dip and, you know, all the different things about how big it is, how many people come, everything. Just a lot of little stories. And so, yeah, to finally, like, you know, see it for yourself with your own eyes, yeah, it's a good experience.
Look here, everywhere Kumbh Mela. Yeah,
The whole place.
the whole place.
It's bigger than I expected.
Yeah.
So do you know when we're going to take the dip in the river? With Ganges?
15-year-old Shipra is less enthusiastic about getting wet, along with millions of others.
Are you going to have bath?
Kind of have to.
You had to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Said so.
Yeah. If I said so, what about you yourself? You want to?
I don't really mind.
What do you mean?
Not sure yet. She's not sure. She'll make up
Yeah.
her mind tomorrow morning at 3 a.m.
I was kind of doubting it, you know, what's so special, but I thought if I come all the way from Sydney to another country, another city, and to the Mela, then I might as well just have a dip, you know, and experience it.
After taking their holy dip, hundreds of boatmen ferry pilgrims to the spiritual heart of the festival. Here, where the Ganges and the Yamuna rivers meet, a third but mythical river, the Saraswati, joins the confluence, making this one of the most sacred sites in the world. Hindus call it the Sangam. Pilgrims have come here for thousands of years, faithfully believing in the purifying power of the mixing of the waters.
I fell in love with India in '88 when I was here, and almost every year since then I've been finding some way to, you know, get back over here.
When Andrew Turner first came to a Kumbh Mela, he was so inspired, he promised himself he would come back, build a boat and ferry pilgrims around the Sangam.
I came here and I had no sort of direction or anything. It was the best thing that ever happened to me in my life, you know, like having grown up in Australia with all the phobias and isms and everything that you get instilled into you as a white boy growing up in Australia, and coming here and it just opened my eyes, and it's just brilliant.
After 10 weeks of boat building and 11 days wrangling with authorities, it's a big moment. Andrew finally has written permission to launch his dream.
There it is. It's the golden egg itself.
Once again, congrats to you.
Thank you.
You got your ambition.
Yes.
Push off, push off, push off.
No boat launching in India would be complete without a ritual blessing.
Hello. Everyone. Wave, everyone. Wave. I love you guys. All the boatmen, you know, and all the people there where the river is a part of their daily lives, you know, they were all so respectful of us and our crazy ideas and our wanting to build relationships on the water and be a part of the Mela in the way that we were. They loved that.
The next day, when the Chowdhury family head out in Andrew's new boat, Pushpa and Andrew discover they were both at the Kumbh Mela 24 years ago.
Have you seen before a lot of people at one place?
I came to the Kumbh Mela in 1989.
89, yeah?
Yeah, I was only 20.
Yeah, I was young
20
too.
at the moment.
I stayed here 1 month.
1 month.
1 month in 1989.
I stayed with some Nugget Bubbers
Yeah.
and
Oh, nice.
yeah, slept
And-
out by myself. And one of our goals
Yeah.
when we came here
Yeah.
was to ferry devotees.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, and to sort of like just, you know, find out who hopped in our boat and
Yeah.
why, and, you know, and we didn't know how the story would unfold. But you're our second lot of people that we've ferried. The first were from Italy and Sweden, and now we're ferrying some Aussies.
Yeah,
So, you know, like,
our people.
yeah, for us it feels like, you know, like
Yeah.
coming home almost all the way across the,
Exactly. I
you know,
can
across
say
the other side of the world.
Yeah.
It's great to have you guys on our boat, really.
When pilgrims reach the centre of the river, it's traditional to collect the sacred waters in a simple pot known as a kum, from which the festival takes its name.
Look at how clean. Even millions of people they dip in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Namami Shamishan Nirvan Rupam Vibhum Vyapakam Brahma Veda Swarupam Nijam Nir.
To Hindus, the river itself is a spiritual being, a deity at the core of their faith.
Ganga is actually, a goddess in Hinduism. I guess that's why it's so holy, because the crux of Hinduism is everything sort of respected, like even if it's nature, we call like, you know, Mother Earth, and it's actually taken literally in Hinduism, like, you know, the earth is your mother, you know, Ganga is, you know, the goddess.
We're thankful to experience this level of devotion and this level of faith and this level of trust and this level of family and community and all these things that India offers up to us Whiteys that we don't necessarily have in our day-to-day life, and that I don't think they take it for granted, but it just seems it's part of the fabric of their life.
To Western eyes, the crush of humanity here is inconceivable. Up and down the riverbanks, a mega tent city shelters the daily millions of pilgrims into an area just 50 square kilometres. On the opposite side of the river, it's a whole different experience. Secure camps lay on the creature comforts to take the stress out of the Mela visit, at a price.
Thank you.
Sunita Mishra, a Sydney psychologist, and her paediatrician husband Atul have brought their adult children. For all of them, it's their first time at a Kumbh Mela.
I hope things are safe here.
For many Hindus, a visit to the festival is more than a spiritual journey. For the Mishras, it's an opportunity to refresh their connections with Indian tradition.
We're not that religious. We're spiritual, and we want to keep our culture as well. And to keep our culture, we have to go back to our roots.
The Mishras have lived outside India for 23 years. A visit to the Kumbh Mela is way outside their comfort zone.
We were just imagining how it's going to be like, and that scares you. So now we're here, so it feels good.
So many people here. My God.
Although apprehensive about what lies ahead, Sunita, the most devout member of the family, is expecting something quite profound.
What I'm expecting is that I will be connected to God, I'll be closer to God, and it's going to be a happy moment.
For Hindus, the purpose of a pilgrimage is to take time out from the distractions of everyday life and to focus on their spiritual well-being.
And when you visit these places, you start connecting with God who is more pure, and you yourself start feeling that there is no need for this materialism. There is a kind of transformation.
Hindus revere the primal elements of creation, worshipping wind, earth, air, fire and water in daily ritual. According to Hindu astrology, sunrise tomorrow celebrates the moment when the universe was born. It's the most auspicious day to take a holy dip, but it's also the most dangerous. In the past, hundreds have died in crowd stampedes. Knowing the stories, Pushpa and her extended family carefully plan their strategy for staying safely together.
Building up, it's really, really energetic. Our plan is to leave at approximately 2 o'clock in the morning, because that's when there'll be the least rush, even though it'll still obviously be very crowded, but the least for the whole day. The biggest problem is what to wear, so I think I'll just be in my underwear in the actual water. I'll be wearing my trousers walking there and walking back, but I think I'll just have to bathe in my underwear. So it makes it the most convenient to change in and out of. Yeah, because there won't be much room or time to change, so.
At 2 a.m, the Chowdhury family head out into a record-breaking crowd. At over 30 million, it was estimated to be the largest human gathering on any single day.
We were quite scared at the start because there was a fear of losing someone, or that's why we were holding hands the whole way.
There's the fact that there are so many people, what about if you get lost? What about if you get, a bit claustrophobic because there are so many people? And plus, I was sick. It was my nightmare. What happens if I throw up in the Ganga?
Hearing stories is one thing, but to see it for yourself, all these hundreds and millions of people, walking around next to you, in front of you, behind you. And it wasn't just one type of person, it was, old people, young people, all different types of people, rich people, poor people. So just every type of person, just, all there for the same mission to just get to the riverbank somehow.
In Allahabad, temperatures can drop to a chilly 10 degrees.
If it's so cold outside, how is it going to be inside the water? Because obviously, the water is all the time cold. As I was standing on the banks, I was in a little bit of doubt whether to fully go or not, because it was obviously very cold at 3 o'clock in the morning.
I saw Samir get shocked by the cold water, and I realized it was really cold. And I went in myself, and I was shocked.
I was just full of joy, full of energy, just divine, very peaceful inside and outside. For me, I was just in a heaven. I was just in a heaven.
I don't know, maybe it's something in the water. You just calm down and you just relax and you're just like, yeah, I get this now.
Just before the break of dawn, the crowds make way for the holy men. Having shed their ties to the material world, priests and monks celebrate all creation and rejoice in the birth of the universe. On the less crowded side of the river, the Mishra family head off for their holy dip with a little apprehension.
I hope I don't get sick. No, you'll not.
Why are you thinking you'll get sick? It's the holy water.
Yeah, but I've heard it's a bit dirty.
Don't look at it. It's holy water. The holy water is not dirty or clean. It's holy water.
Then you're not using your brains. You're just
no. If you're religious, you need not to use your brains. Just be.
Then you'll get sick.
Be religious. No, you'll not. If the Ganga.
I feel excited and scared. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Let's see when we get there.
It is really crowded. I don't know where we are going to take the dip, so we'll just go down and see where we can find a place to take a dip.
After travelling halfway around the world, the Mishras put logic aside and prepare to take the plunge. But Sana, the youngest, still needs some gentle persuasion.
I'm feeling good. I was just getting them ready. They were scared, so they took few drips with me, holding my hands, and now Sana says she's fine. This is a good thing.
Good. It's good. A little cold in the beginning, but now we're having fun.
She's so relaxed now. She's enjoying actually. She was the most scared. Okay, once more.
We are taking names of all the family, everyone, and taking a dip.
Everyone couldn't make it.
Now I'm taking a dip for everyone in Australia, and especially my clients.
Make a wish, Sana, but
and all my friends and in Australia, okay? So we'll do that. Om Bhurvuvasya Swatasya Uturenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayate.
Aussie. Oi.
For our 3 Australian families who made the pilgrimage to this ancient display of faith, there is just no denying the primal power of the holy dip.
Made me feel a little more spiritual. I think it was enlightening, enriching.
I got to see another point of view, seeing the devotion in the people, the faith devotion that they had.
Taking that dip is just a great leveler. It gets rid of all the, superficial, discriminations that we have, and any inferiority or superiority that we have these days. Everyone was just there for the same reason.
know, so for us, coming from Australia, we're just really thankful that we've had the opportunity to do this, you know, and people say, well, it must have been hard, and it's like, well, you know, like there were speed bumps, but, you know, hey, we're here.